morning. Let's start with that lead from Europe. Pretty positive overnight. We saw the euro also rising. Are we in for some risk appetite today?
We could be in for a good end to the week. In fact, it's been a pretty good week so far, Kate. We've seen the Australian market rising by 1.8% this week, and with a positive lead from Europe on the back of those China flash PMI numbers, we could see some slight gains, so adding to those gains for the week today. If we have a look at how the London FTSE performed, we did see a rise of 0.7%. We're also watching Greece, and an agreement is expected to be made by the EU finance ministers on Monday there. But we saw a Spanish bond auction overnight. That went well. In fact, 10-year yields in Spain down at a 2-week low. So overall, it was risk on, mostly helped along by those China flash PMI numbers that we saw out during our session yesterday. We saw the November numbers coming in at 50.4, and that compares to the October numbers, which were at 49.5. So we've really started to see some momentum in these numbers from around about September, and that's been good news for our market, which rose 1% yesterday. But altogether, expecting to see a quiet day. It is Thanksgiving in the US at the moment. Everyone's getting their turkeys ready in the oven now and the pumpkin pies. But of course, Black Friday is also a partial trading day. If we have a look at Black Friday, it is a holiday in some states, so it is going to be a pretty slow day in the US. So expecting to see a slow couple of sessions around Asia, but altogether expecting to see a positive end to the week.
Yeah, we've also got Ausdrill's AGM on the agenda today. What are you watching for, Julia?
I think this is going to be one of the more difficult AGMs which is on around the country today. If we have a look at Ausdrill, yesterday we saw the stock reaching a 52-week low. That's as Ausdrill came out with some profit guidance for FY13. Now, they said that they expect revenue to be up 20% and they expect underlying profit to be up 15%. Now, while these numbers sound good, they are lower than expectations. If we have a look at where consensus stands, it's for revenue growth of 28% and underlying profit growth of 24%. So no doubt we're going to see some adjustments in those FY13 numbers coming out from investment houses, and that's behind part of the loss that we saw in Ausdrill shares yesterday. Look, some of it we knew what was happening. We knew that Fortescue would have a lower contribution in terms of revenue, and that was certainly the case in some of the commentary yesterday. But also it looks like they are getting lower revenues from exploration spend as well as equipment hire. So that's a negative, and there has also been some stormy weather in West Africa, which has impacted on the business as well. We have a look at brokers. Bell Potter has kept a neutral recommendation on Ausdrill. We've seen CIMB this morning cutting its recommendation back down to a neutral. So we're going to be watching this one closely. Given the underperformance that we've seen in the shares, the concern around the mining services sector, and the fact that we saw the shares reaching a 52-week low on yesterday's session.